YouTube, how the fuck you doing? I think I'm just gonna start my videos like that every time now. Hey guys, it's Melanie back with Melanie Loves Death Metal. This is probably gonna be my last video for this week, but I have another collection update, tons of vinyl this time. And this might be my last collection update for a while. I'm gonna do some other different types of videos next week. I ordered a new camera, it came today, waiting for a new microphone. And hopefully the videos will probably look and sound a little bit better, and I won't have to use my phone every time I record something, because it's annoying. Like, my phone has a lot of storage on it, but every time I record a video I have to transfer it to my computer, put it through all of that crap, and then delete it off my phone because it takes up so much storage. And I just decided just to get a freaking camera and be an adult. So anyway, let's get started. I've got a couple 7-inches, which is something that I don't usually buy, but I said whatever and I just got them. I'm not a big fan of 7-inches. I've talked about that before. I don't know. I don't really have a place to store them. All I have is this vinyl thing back here, and they kind of just sit in a stack. So maybe I should ask somebody or figure out a way to store them somewhere else. I don't know. I'm just stupid. Anyway, I hit up Maggot Stomp because I noticed that some of these were back in stock on vinyl. I had them on tape originally, but I preferred to have them on vinyl, so I just grabbed them. So the first one is something I've already shown on here a while ago. I think it's been several months now. Haven't talked about it since, but this is definitely a really solid release, a really solid band on this label. And I am just anxiously awaiting for more music. I haven't really seen much, or actually, admittedly, I haven't really looked to see if they're going to be releasing anything anytime soon, but this is Stabbed. Like I said, I've showed this on here before. I had their tape previously, and you can tell by the album cover what kind of death metal this is. Brutal death metal of the gore kind. Band out of New York, and this is their only demo that they currently have out right now. It is called Defleshed by Reptiles. I actually love just the font on that, and I've noticed that some of the flyers that Maggot Stomp has been putting in their packages also has this type of font and like layout for advertising their releases. So I just think it looks clean, looks pretty cool. So what do you get with Stabbed? Oh geez, I just sounded like Ken. Sorry Ken, I just watched one of your videos. What does Stabbed sound like? Well, it's brutal death metal. It's your good, I'm gonna say it's good knuckle dragging brutal death metal. There are these squealy riffs on here that I really enjoy, like these like pitch harmonics, and just, yeah, it's really good stuff. It's only I think it's only 3 songs. Yeah, 3 songs. 2 songs. I can't count. Jesus, 2 songs, and it comes on this like fluorescent yellow vinyl. So, yeah, it's good. Definitely check this out. This is a really promising band. So hopefully they have some more stuff in the works. Again, admittedly, I haven't looked to see if they're going to be releasing anything anytime soon, but I feel like this came out such a long time ago, but it really wasn't that long ago. It was earlier this year when this came out and sold out really fast, but there's been several repressings since. It does come with a little sheet of artwork, which admittedly on the tape this is in color. It's a little bit hard to see here, but it is, I believe, is an alligator eating an animal. I can't remember exactly what it was. It's a little hard to see, but yeah, you can just look up that image online. It's everywhere. And then on the other side, band and songs and lyrics and stuff like that. And it does come with the poster, which the poster I absolutely love. I just think it's so cheesy. So there you go. So I probably won't hang this, but I do really like it. I think it's just cheesy and fun. So that's the first 7-inch that I got from Maggot Stomp. And the second one is, I already own this on tape, and I just showed it. It's the new Coffin Rot single, reduced to Visceral Sludge. So Coffin Rot was originally on Rotted Life for their first full length that came out last year or 2019, I can't remember. And then I think Blood Harvest did some pressings or something like that too. It looks like they're now on Maggot Stomp, and they're going to be releasing a full length soon, hopefully soon, through Maggot Stomp. So this is a single. It is very, very good. This song is awesome, and there's also a cover on here, Troops of Doom, which I don't think I need to explain what that is. I've also talked about the tape on here. So this is really, really good. Coffin Rot, easily one of my current newest favorite death metal bands at the moment. Just their last full-length release is really good. If you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. Just this band is fun. They're out of Portland, so of course, you know, that neck of the woods of the United States is just pumping out amazing death metal. Comes with this little sheet of the band, and then on the other side is the lyrics. And like I said, you guys know Troops of Doom is Sepultura, right? Like, I didn't have to say that. So yeah, the Sepultura cover is really good, so that alone it is worth the price of this, as well as the single on here. So really excited for their newest full length to be coming out. I admittedly don't know when, and I'm hoping it's this year, but I could be completely wrong about that. And it came on like this fluorescent, like purple, although it doesn't really show that well on the camera, but it is a really cool color. It's very pretty. So vinyl. So yeah, I had these on tape. I did it now since I bought them on the vinyl. I ended up trading these off to a couple people that were looking for them. So I have a couple of things coming in the mail with those trades. So yeah, as always, I am the Maggot Stomp fangirl, as a lot of my friends call me, because I tend to buy pretty much everything that they put out. So I have loyalties to certain labels, and I'm sure some of you probably are the same way, where you just tend to love everything a certain label puts out. Speaking of, the next label that I'm about to show is a similar situation. I do buy quite a lot of the releases that this label puts out, and I've talked about it several times on here, and I'm long overdue for a label spotlight on them, and I'm hoping to record that next week because I have a lot that I can show and talk about. And this is the very first demo that was repressed or re-released on vinyl. This is Phantasmagore. It was put out by Life After Death, Dawnbreed, and Burning Coffins. I got mine through Life After Death, and Phantasmagore, amazing death metal band out of Chile. They just recently released something on Headsplit, and then a couple of other labels that I can't remember right now. So anyway, like I said, this is their first demo that was pretty much repressed on a nice 7-inch. I, of course, got the clear version. There was a clear and a black. I think these for the most part are sold out. At least there are on Life After Death. Some other distros elsewhere probably has these available. Admittedly, I haven't looked to see if there are any available, but really, really nice quality. It sounds great, and like I said, Phantasmagore is a great band. I love their music. Great guys. They often message me on Instagram and show a lot of support, so admittedly I'm incredibly biased to this, but this is really good, and I was really excited when this was released. And I feel like, was this a pre-order? I don't think it was. I don't think this was a pre-order. I think they just dropped it. I might be completely wrong. I've had this for a while. I just forgot to show it off on here. I've actually had some of these for a while, and I just haven't shown them off yet. So check this out. Like I said, I feel like the blacks still might be floating around somewhere, and I know distros have these. I know they have them. I've seen a lot of people posting about them. So, but yeah, I know that Life After Death for the most part is sold out. So good stuff. And then while we're on the Life After Death train, I also picked up the newest release on vinyl again. And this is the newest Decrepisy. So a little bit of a backstory on this. Eric used to do a lot of Instagram live streams where he would unbox new stuff that he got in for the distro or for releases. I haven't seen him do that in a really long time, and it's a little bit depressing because I always enjoyed those videos. It was I don't know, it was fun to watch the unboxings and see what he was getting in stock and seeing what releases looked like and stuff like that. But I don't know. Anyway, he pretty much hinted at this a couple of months ago, like, hey, there's this release coming out. It's a collab with Seed of Doom, and it's coming, and it sounds amazing, and they've been working on this for a while. There's going to be vinyls, and I kind of was like, well, I don't know who this band is, so I'll wait, obviously, to hear it before I pull the trigger on it, which is hard to do because there was a lot of talk about it on Instagram. I saw a lot of people talking about it, kind of hyping it up a little bit. Anyway, it released. I think I sat on it for about a week or two, and then I finally sat down and listened to it on Bandcamp, and yeah, I'm really glad that I did, because I think I bought or got like one of the last copies of this after I did that. So this is a really, really good death metal album. like everything else that I talk about on here. This is called Emetic Communication, I think is how you say it. The band is from Portland. This is their first full length, so again, I'd never heard of them until now. And there is a member on here, I think either member or members, I can't remember, who are also in Chthonic Deity, Void Ceremony, and Vrenth. So naturally, this was probably going to sound really good, and of course, it has. I got that, like, I don't know what color that is, like gold marble variant. There was also black. I think these are completely sold out. There still might be some black available, and the consensus is that this is quite possibly one of my favorite releases to come out this year. The year-end list is going to be really fucking long. Just get prepared, because there's been a lot of stuff that has come out this year that is incredible. So again, if you haven't heard this yet, it's definitely worth it. A lot of people have hyped this up. It's definitely worth it. It is very good, and I'm glad that I finally sat down and listened to it and pulled the trigger on it. I also, in here, there's a nice little liner sheet of lyrics and then pictures of the band, and then that's Doom. And then it also came with this poster, which is always a nice added bonus with vinyl. The poster is this dirty ass, creepy looking thing. So again, it is very good. There are tapes, and I think the tapes are still available on Life After Death, so definitely check that out. Like I said, this was a collab with Seed of Doom, so I believe you international folks should be relatively capable of getting this. I might be completely wrong about that, but it's definitely worth a listen, and the stuff that you're seeing about it is 100% true. It is a very good album. It is solid, and I'm excited for this band because they are definitely one of the best releases to come out this year, by far. And I've listened to this a lot since I got it. It sounds fantastic on vinyl too, just so you guys know. So yeah, good stuff. Trying to figure out. Well, I'll just put it right there. I lost the sleeve for it. So anyway, all right, moving on to there's 3 albums left that are not really underground, not really smaller labels, but I picked them up because I don't just buy the underground stuff. I do, buy some of the mainstream stuff. This one, I kind of sat on it for a while. A lot of people were really hyping this up. It was trending like as one of the #1 bands or whatever on Bandcamp when it first came out. Wasn't too admittedly familiar with this band. I've seen them around a while now, and finally I sat down and I listened to it one day, and I was like, this is actually pretty good. I enjoy this. This seems like something that I would listen to frequently, and I'm going to get it. So I bought it off of Night Shift merch because they had it. And I think because everything was pretty much sold out on Bandcamp by the time I went to go pull the trigger. And this is the new Abiotic, I think is how you say their name. Ikigai, I think is how you also say the name. So as you can see, there's a little bit of a Japanese theme here, which I am a big fucking nerd when it comes to that stuff. And some of my favorite movies are Japanese types of warrior movies, and I'm into video games and all that crazy stuff. So anyway, this is very tech death. It's got a little bit of a deathcore sound to it. This is their 3rd full length, I believe. They're out of Florida and New York, on Metal Blade Records. I think previously they were. I might be completely wrong about that. This one is out on the Artisan Era, which also does Fulci, if you guys are not familiar. I believe Fulci? No, I've said that wrong. Ignore me. That's Time to Kill Records. I don't remember who else is on Artisan Era. I'm blanking. Anyway, this is, a lot of people have said that this is probably one of the best albums to come out this year. In terms of if you like technical death metal and if you are okay with deathcore, because I know some people just don't really care too much about deathcore either. There's definitely deathcore elements into this. In general, it is a very well thought out, well produced, well put together album. The musicianship on here is very good. The guitars are very good, and those are all the things that I really enjoy when it comes to, the tech death stuff. Like technical death metal can be a lot for some people to listen to, and like you really have to be in the mood for it. In this album, I found I didn't have to be in the mood for it. I can put it on, I can listen to it. I've listened to it several times, especially when I'm like walking my dogs at night and stuff like that. It tends to be something that I put on frequently. So it has a printed inner sheet of lyrics and the song names. And then I got what I thought was the coolest color variant, but there are a lot of other ones, but this one just is, one of my absolute favorites. I think it's so cool. I love this splatter with the blob in the middle, and it's red and black, and as you guys have seen, that is my favorite color scheme, and then on the other side, it's just got that black blob. So, really good album. If you haven't checked this out yet, you don't mind some of the like deathcore soundy-ish vocals, it's not full-on deathcore. There's a lot of technical death metal in this. Definitely check this out. You'll probably really enjoy it. And again, I immediately was not too familiar with this band. I know that they've been around for a while. They've had other releases that people really enjoyed. I just never took the time to actually listen to them, and I finally did with this one. So definitely check this out if you're looking for something new and a little bit different in your collection. The next one needs absolutely no introduction. This was just a hole filler. Admittedly, I didn't have it in my collection at all. This is another band that I absolutely love. A lot of people are either hit or miss with this band. For me, on the other hand, I absolutely love this band. This is Rivers of Nile with Monarchy, their second full length. This is the band that's on Metal Blade that I was thinking of. They came out with a release a couple years ago, Where Owls Know My Name, and that was, that year, definitely one of my favorite releases to come out. A lot of people are really hit or miss with that album. They're definitely progressive death metal in a lot of aspects now. Like, that's what they've really progressed into. This one is strictly, I think, sounds more of like tech death metal. But since this album, they definitely have progressed quite a bit with their sound. Where Owls Know My Name has saxophones in it, and some people really didn't like it, and I thought it sounded incredible. And some of those songs are some of my favorite songs that I still listen to often. So yeah, I finally pulled the trigger on this. They've repressed it several times. I think I got this through Vinyl Altar, which is one of my favorite record stores in the country. For the most part, if you guys are familiar with Vinyl Altar, you should know that they're an incredible store. They put a lot of dedication to their product and how they ship things, and just in general what they stock. So this is a gatefold with the lyrics on the inside, and then the vinyl itself. Yes, you're gonna come talk to me? Yeah. Of course, my cat decides to come talk to me while I'm recording. Is a really cool, like they call it a beer color with the blob in the middle. So these vinyl variants with the blobs in the middle are starting to be some of my favorites. So I hope more labels and stuff start doing this, because I think they look really cool. Great album. I don't think I need to talk any more about this. I think when this came out, was it back in 2015? Has it been that long already? I think it came out like six or 7 years ago, which is crazy to think about. Anyway, they have a new album coming out this year called Work, and from what I heard so far, I'm probably gonna absolutely love it. I just have it on pre-order, so that'll definitely be shown on this channel 100%. So, and then finally, I probably won't spend a whole lot of time talking about this, because so many other YouTubers have already talked about this, and so many other people have already shown this on their Instagrams and whatever else. But yes, I did get the new Hooded Menace, the Tritonus Bell, and a little bit of backstory on this. I admittedly had no idea that this was going to be dropped. I completely missed the announcement, and Liam from the Death Doom Metalhead instantly messaged me and said, "Oh my god," and my Alexa's talking now, so just whatever, we're just gonna not edit any of this out. But anyway, he messaged me on Instagram and was like, "Hey, if there's one album you buy this year, it absolutely has to be this. This is one of his favorite bands, or is his favorite band, I believe." And I was like, okay, I ordered it. Haven't even heard anything yet. I'm just taking your word for it, because admittedly, I have no other albums from Hooded Menace in my collection. I obviously am very familiar with them. I love death doom metal, and I just have never gotten around to getting their stuff in my collection, so I was excited about this. Season of Mist, I believe. Yeah, Season of Mist is the one that put this out, so instantly got it. Anyway, Hooded Menace, their 6th full-length album. They're from Finland, Death Doom. This album, on the other hand, definitely has a little bit more metal influences in it. There's still those death metal, Death Doom elements in there, but there's definitely a little bit more metal influences on it, a little bit more metal sound on it, which I absolutely love, and I think that's great. They do something different on every single album, which makes them, in my eyes, a very great consistent band that does that. They don't tend to just do the like cookie cutter sound that they're known for and then just copy and paste on each album. This one definitely has its own difference, like not incredibly different, but definitely a different sound to it. I do love the artwork. It's glossy as hell, and there's a glare, so I'm sure you're having a real hard time seeing that. The artwork is similar to Skeletor. I think somebody commented on my Instagram and said that, and it made me laugh. But yeah, the artwork is great. And then on the other side is the band. This is a gatefold, no inner sheet or anything because of that. This has the lyrics on the inside, and again, I am not the only one that is showing this off. I've seen it on so many other collection updates, so I debated on even showing it, but I was like, I'll talk about it anyway. I got the limited edition purple because, again, Liam literally messaged me as soon as this dropped, and so of course I was able to snag this, but I think this might actually be sold out, and there were other variants as well. Anyway, I'm in 100% full agreement with him and several other people have talked about this album. This is by far one of the best things to be released this year. This is going to be very high up there on the Decibel magazine year-end list, I'm sure, and several other year-end lists. It is a very, very good album. And if you love Hooded Menace, you're going to love this. If you have no idea who Hooded Menace is, definitely check this out. And all their other albums, admittedly, I would maybe... You can start with this one. You can start with this one. Just start with this one, whatever. You're going to like all their albums. If you like death doom metal, you know who Hooded Menace is, and you don't need to even listen to this. So, anyway, that is all that I have for today. Like I said, this is probably going to be my last collection update for a little while, because I'm going to try to do some other different types of videos. I've been getting some requests on things I need to record, like a Strictly Labels video where I talk about the labels that I buy from and who's releasing what, and pretty much just a long laundry list of like the underground labels that I really enjoy. People really want that because there's a lot out there, and I agree that is very, it seems a little bit oversaturated right now, so I will definitely do that. I did do a distros video a while back. I definitely want to do that again too, so I'll probably do something like that too. But yeah, thank you guys so much for the support. Everybody's loving the logo. Everybody likes the intro that I created on my MacBook, just in like a slideshow thing. Like, it's not even like digital editing software. I admittedly don't own anything like that. I went to school for it a really long time ago, back when I first started college, which I'm aging myself right now, but and it's been a long time since I've done any sort of editing, but I've been thinking about maybe getting back into it and actually trying to make quality content, as everybody says on YouTube, but I just need to, I don't know, need to think a little bit more on it before I start throwing money into the channel like that. So anyway, thank you guys so much for the support. It has been so much fun. And again, if you haven't checked out Joss Allen or any of the other things that I've linked in here from the last couple of days, please do that. They definitely deserve all the support, for sure. Thank you guys, and have a great weekend, because I'm probably not releasing another video for the rest of the week.